Hi, my name is Kara Day, and this is the video portion of my application for the Program Success Advisor position. So, to my knowledge, instructional design is very similar to curricular design as it pertains to a K-12 teacher. I think in both situations, you have to identify who your learners are. You have to know what objectives you are to present to your learners. You have to have an understanding of how to best present the information to your learners. And then you also have to have a plan of assessment so that you can determine what your learners gleaned from your teaching. I think primarily the difference between an instructional designer and a teacher in regards to K-12 instruction is just your audience. K-12, obviously you've got your child learners, your young adult learners, and in instructional design, you're working with adults. So my career goals at this point involve continuing my career in some capacity in education, instruction, teaching. I love the idea of having the opportunity to have a career and get to work from home. Right now, I've recently moved from Texas to Florida with my family because of my husband's job, and it's allowed me to kind of reevaluate where I'm at and consider a pivot. And so I have 17 years in the education field. I have a lot of training. I've done many years of graduate work in the teaching, learning, and information areas. And I would love to use that experience, my training, my skills, my education to pursue something in the education field. I love the idea of e-learning. As an adult, I completed my last master's program entirely online. I think it is a fantastic option for adult learners who have, families to raise, who have full-time jobs, who have other life obligations that they have to tend to as well. I love the flexibility that it brings, and I love the idea that you can, pursue education as an adult, but you can do it on your own time. I have the desire to work with adults. As I mentioned, I have, plenty of experience working with students K-12. But as a school librarian, so much of my job was customer service in the sense that I was there to support students learning by supporting the teaching and supporting the teachers and supporting their curriculum. And I love the interaction with the adults. Some of my most gratifying and fulfilling moments of my career was getting positive feedback from my teachers that I was helping to support. I love that they love to seek me out for help. I love when they told me that I am very approachable, that I am very friendly, that I'm very helpful, that I'm always very open and willing, and that they really have been supported truly by me and through my library program in a different way than maybe they've seen in the past, their past campuses or past librarians. And that particular appreciation was very gratifying for me. And I feel like I would really love the opportunity to continue to work with adult learners and being able to kind of bounce off of them and get their contribution coming from kind of a more, varied experience. I believe that there is a lot that I can bring to this role. As I mentioned, I'm very fluent in kind of a customer service role. I'm very accustomed to working in a supportive kind of role. I'm very accustomed to working in supporting other people's goals and supporting other people's plan of action. As I mentioned, I love the feedback and the bouncing off of adults and kind of getting a different perspective. I would say some of the traits that I have that gel well with your description. I consider myself very dependable. I am certainly someone who is self-motivated. I do well working alone, and also I do well collaborating with others. I'm very self-aware. I feel like I know myself pretty well. I understand my motivations. I've learned recently that I am very much solution oriented. I'm very anxious to find a solution to a problem. I find that I do that a lot in my personal life. Something comes up and I'm really, eager to fix it. I want to jump in there and attack that problem so that I can move on to the next. And I also feel like I'm very detail oriented in a sense of documentation. I am very comfortable with technology. I work very well within Microsoft Office, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, but I feel most comfortable personally in kind of a paper pencil. I'm all about marking down things, writing in a calendar, making lists. That's how I best focus, is to sit down in the morning. I make a list of all the things I have to attack during the day. And anytime I find myself potentially getting distracted, I'm able to get back on track, checking my list. And also it just gives me gratification at the end of the day to be able to check off or cross off those items on my list. The secret password is results-driven success. Lastly, I just want to make sure that you know that I'm excited about this position. I'm excited about this work at home opportunity, and I'm excited about being in a role where I can help others and I can see others succeed because of my help. I understand the challenges as an adult learner. I've been through it. I feel like I can relate well to adult learners. I know what it feels like to juggle a family, a full-time job, a student career. I understand what it's like to pivot in my career. I've done it many times, and I know that when adults are motivated to make this change for one reason or another, it's such a fun and exciting time in those people's lives to be making a change and to be excited about something and excited about the pursuit of something. And I want to be on board for that. So I appreciate your time, and I look forward to hearing from you.